Good afternoon. This is Wendy Henley with the Bedford Area Chamber Vibes. And we have a special guest today. And we are just so excited to really promote Women's History Month and expand on that by bringing in women that are huge influencers in our community and that have been premier driving forces for business and community prosperity for Bedford County. And so today we have one of our wonderful, wonderful leaders who has made a difference for, goodness, over 20 years and helped out, been on our board, serving over 20 years with the Chamber of Commerce. And this year she is chairman of the board. Being a fearless leader after a challenging pandemic, she decided to take the baton and say, I'll do it. And so we're glad to have Mary Jo Boone here with us today. Welcome, Mary Jo.
Thank you so much.
So you have been Executive Director, CEO of the Bedford Area Family YMCA. You're also owner of the Well in Bedford, and you are doing so much there. Oh my gosh, what you're bringing to Bedford has been huge. And you started out, you received your bachelor's degree from the University of Delaware.
Go Hens.
Woohoo! A master's degree from Clemson.
Go Tigers.
Woohoo! And you are a certified natural health professional and health coach, which is so phenomenal.
Yep.
And I call you, you know this, I call you with questions all the time. Hey, what do you think about this? And you are like my go-to guru of all things health. Hence why, another reason why we're having the health fair, the Health, Wellness, and Safety Fair at the Y, coming up April 7th. But you and your husband, Sam, own the Well in Bedford, and you have such a unique store with such history. When you had the idea to come back and move the Well into such a historical building where the old hardware store was. What a great thing. I cannot thank you enough, and the whole community cannot thank you enough for reviving that store. So you're innovative. You are so you think the wisdom you have is just incredible. And so we're blessed to have you as a community leader. But during the past 20 years, you've been involved in many community organizations. You served on many boards. And you've also, including the PTAs of the County of Bedford, the Bedford Educational Alliance, United Way of Central Virginia, of course, and then Bedford Rotary Club, Bedford Community Coalition, YMCA State Alliance, and then, of course, Centra, which is huge, Bedford Memorial Hospital. And you're currently on the board, of course, with us, Bedford Area Chamber, and then the Bedford County School Health Advisory Board. And so what a leader. I cannot thank you enough. Seriously, the whole community cannot thank you enough. And you've been married to Sam for 28 years and have 3 fabulous kids. We were talking about your kids earlier before the show. And boy, they are standout, just wonderful givers to the community as well, even as young as they are. SJ, 27, Lizzie, 23, and Mary Catherine, 21. And so you're raising them to be philanthropists and to really give back to their community and understanding what that is. And so we applaud you for that too. And so the why, and then the Well, and then so much. So the Well is 25 years, has been around for 25 years. And it started in the basement of Linda Berger's house, which a lot of people know Linda from the community. And then they know where the Well was before. And so it was started in a basement, and she was making tinctures and remedies for family and friends. And she convinced, her friends actually convinced her to share her knowledge and expertise at a larger scale and open a storefront. And then you guys took it over in 2018.
Yep.
Probably seems longer than that now.
It does.
Because a lot of time has passed and
it definitely does.
In a short amount of time, I guess. But then you bought the hardware store. Talk about that and your vision.
Okay, that was a lot.
I know, right?
That was a lot. So the vision of the store, well, we bought it in, actually we closed on it December 31st, New Year's Eve of 2018. They were going to close the store after that long stretch. And we had been frequenting the store for many years and just didn't want to see it close. And, you know, it's one of those things in the middle of the night, you wake up and you're like, what if? And so I contacted the owner and said, I don't know what I'm calling you for. I just feel this inspiration to call you and see like what the possibilities are. And at the time, both my daughters were very much into natural health. I think just to step back a little bit, the whole natural health world entered my world when my girls were teenagers. And I realized all the chemicals that they were putting on their face and their hair and all the products that we had in our house. And it really was like an eye opener of, what we put on our skin goes into our system. And we as a family were eating organically and eating well, but, the products we put on our skin go into the same system that we eat. So it's like this awakening.
And all these detergents too, and the cleaning products.
Exactly. All of that. Like the skin is the largest organ. And so anything you put on your skin goes into all of those, your bloodstream, whatever. Anyway, so that's when it kind of dawned on me, and I started heading into the natural health world and becoming more educated on it. And both my girls really adopted that as well. Like we all did it at the same time and just sort of, got rid of all of that out of our house and started learning. And
that must have been a big trash party.
It was a big.
I can see them now with all their makeup and then the cleaning products,
all the lotions you put on, the shampoos you use, the stuff you put in your hair. I mean, it was a couple of trash bags full for sure.
We all need to do that.
We do, for sure. But anyway, so when the store was closing, I was thinking, this would be a great opportunity for Lizzie, who was in the world of natural health education at that time. She was studying to be a naturopathic doctor, actually. So I thought, Lizzie, this would be great for her. So anyway, long story longer. We, talked to the owner, ended up buying the store. Everything fell into place. I mean, literally, that's when you've made the right decision, when everything falls into place. And so it did. Yeah. And so, my husband, who was a writer at the time, got engaged in this whole process as well. So he was at the working the store. Lizzie was doing it mostly. And then we had a couple other ladies that helped. And that's when we were on Independence. And then Bill Mosley, who owned the hardware store for many, many years, contacted and said, I think the well would do really great in this old hardware store building. So went over to see the store a couple of times. It took months because the building is huge. It's old, and I didn't know what we were getting into. And, with all the hardwood floors, I saw beauty like in the future, but I saw a lot of work between now and then. Right. So I was like, is this something we can take on? So finally, again, things fell into place, and it was the right thing to do, to buy the store. And, we spent several months renovating it, at least that middle floor, to move the well into it. And I tell you, the community just really, the day we opened was the most powerful day, I tell you. Just people coming in to see the building, see the renovations, telling us stories about when they came into the hardware store with their granddad. And people come in all the time still today and say, this store was so great because you would be able to find a little part that went to your plumbing that you couldn't find anywhere else. This old something that you had, and just all the stories about the hardware store, which is so cool.
It is. And it's one of those hangout places where it's just a pivotal place where it's in the middle of the community and everybody would come and get what they needed. Yeah. And the memories, it's huge. Yeah. Reliving those is so nice.
It's been so fun. And there's a really big piece in the middle of the hardware store, so we had to move it to do the floor underneath. And when we moved it, we found, I don't even know how many cigarette butts down there. Because it was obviously that hangout spot that you're talking to.
Everybody told their stories.
Exactly.
Whether it was fishing stories or whatever, they came and they told them.
Exactly. So and it has such good vibes in there. It just, the energy is perfect. So that was a great move. And there, it's 3 floors if you include the basement. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than people realize.
Yeah.
And once they come in there, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so huge and it's so wonderful to just bring back and revive.
Yeah.
Such a great space.
And there's still so much to do. Like
and it has such personality too.
It definitely does. And it's on the corner. It's a corner spot. So it's prime Yeah, it's really cool. It's
And
really
you've got the
awesome.
parking in front and in back.
Yep.
And
The farmer's
it's
market.
farmer's market right
Yep.
there.
Yep. It's a perfect spot.
Yes,
So yeah,
easy
that
to
was a
get
great
to.
move. Yeah.
It is. And, doing great things for Bedford too in the meantime is, just reviving that building
Yeah.
and making sure the space is used and for what a great cause for our health.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
It's
yes.
been great. And my husband has really taken on the role of like, he learns all the time about all the supplements and what CBD does. And he just is a real inspiration for people. And he really helps people to understand their health and, what they can do to help it. So, ironically, when we bought the store, we were thinking about Lizzie. Lizzie went back to grad school and Sam had to work the store. But now, honestly, it really is his store. I mean, he's doing
Yeah.
such a great job in there. But it is a family affair for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so inviting, and warm when you come in. And so people just need to go experience that.
Yep.
You definitely have the full experience and the smells too.
Yeah. Well, we diffuse essential
Yes.
oils in there just to,
Yeah. It's so nice.
It's all the senses.
So if you don't have time to go to the spa, which we'll talk about that, but you just walk into your building
And just breathe.
and just breathe, take some deep breaths because it's
Exactly.
so nice and healthy. And I'll get your products because you've got them all in there. But speaking of, spas and things like that and other alternatives to health. So you have a massage therapist.
Yeah, we have 2 rooms upstairs that we've renovated, and the vision is to offer a space for more natural health modalities so that under one roof, there's a whole lot of options for encouraging and getting the help that everybody needs with regards to natural health. So right now we have a massage therapist in one room, and we have a physical therapist in the other room who concentrates on women's health. She's just started there, and it's been awesome. So. And then we have a thermographer that comes in every 2 months and does women's thermography. So lots of, and then, from here, where we go is sky's the limit. Like we're just, open to any kind of support that we can give the community in that world of natural health.
Yes, exciting things to come because you're constantly adding and working out some new products and being so innovative. So I'm looking forward to what's next because it's always a surprise and it's always good.
One thing I'm really proud of too for us is in addition to all the things that we sell, well, within all the things that we sell, we support over 18 local farms and artisans in the products we sell. So, we sell farm chicken, beef, all kinds of meats and eggs and then artisan stuff, soaps and things that people locally are making, honey, all kinds of, but 18
So
of them.
natural and organic supplies and personal hygiene,
which is pretty cool. I think
that is
that's
cool.
Yeah, to support
spices
locals,
and teas and oh my gosh, it's so many things. So I want to go in there just talking about it right now. I'm like, I just feel healthier walking in. So lots to offer there. So if you are listening and you have not been to the well, you really need to, and you need to experience it all. And then of course, come out to the health fair April the 7th, where they will have a table for the well. And you can learn about the products there too. But also, let's switch gears and talk about the why and all that's coming up. There's so much that's coming up. I don't know how you keep up, but you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you. I've got a great team. That's how it works.
You do. Yeah. Teamwork. Teamwork is the dream work. Yeah. So tell us about what is upcoming for the why.
Well, through the pandemic, we realized that we really need to do more stuff outside. And so last year we built an outdoor stage, and we also renovated 7 acres or excavated 7 acres of land and turned them into field space, mostly for soccer fields, but basically it's open, beautiful land right now. So we can really now offer outdoor family gathering events. So what we're planning to do this spring, summer, and fall is we've got what we're calling the Summer Sunset Festival Series. So we'll use this
Summer sunset,
Yeah.
third Fridays.
third Fridays of every month. And it'll be 6 to 10. We'll have bands, live music, and vendors, food vendors, a beer truck, and we're gonna have a bunch of kid-friendly games and things, and we'll probably open up some of the climbing stuff. So really open it up to just really an awesome outdoor family event space. So we're really excited about that. That we had one event last August, and it was awesome, very well attended, live music, same kind of
Yes, it was.
thing, yeah. So we're looking forward to doing
So
that.
they need to mark their calendars now for third Fridays starting in May. We're
Right.
calling them Fun Family Night at the Y. Summer series. We have the summer series we'll talk about that in a minute, but
Yep.
yours is running from May through October.
Yep, third Friday.
Third
May through
Fridays
October.
and 6 to 10 p.m.
Yep, we already have the bands lined up. I don't know them all off by heart, but yeah, we're working hard to get that really set up and make it really fun and awesome.
And we'll promote that here too, obviously on the podcast and everything we have. We'll make sure that's out there. People will know which bands are coming ahead of time. And so, this is so much to offer our community. Wow. Like now there's stuff to do at night, Mary.
Outside.
On a Friday.
On a Friday.
This is so great. I'm excited. And the whole community needs to support and come out and enjoy.
Yeah.
And
be awesome.
Low cost.
Yes.
So, and this is family friendly. So mark your calendar now. And then we've got for the chamber, we're working with you on our Live at 5. So we'll be there May through August, and that will be just from 5 to 6. And so we want people to stay and bring the families out later, have them meet them. But networking from 5 to 6. That's May, June, July, and August for the chamber Live at 5. So outdoors events, exciting things to come. What else? You've got many things. Daycare. So talk about all this stuff.
Yeah. So hopefully in May, maybe in June, depending on, construction and all the craziness around that, we're going to put in a splash pad. It'll have a bunch of water features. The biggest one is the tsunami, which will drop a bucket of water on you after it fills up, and then buckets and all kinds of cool stuff on a splash pad that'll be located right next to our pavilion. So, and that'll be open, certainly for our summer camp program. It'll be a huge addition to that. But in addition to that, we will open it up all weekends for families to come out and play. We'll have a concession stand out there. It's right next to the bathrooms. And then we're also going to put in like family fun things like cornhole and foursquare and other things that families can play with outdoors over there. So that'll be fun. That'll be great for the summer camp kids as well as for, and we'll probably open it up in the evenings too after summer camp's over and on the weekends for anybody to come out really and play in the outdoor water. So we're excited about that. That's going to be awesome. We're also building a childcare center, which is huge and awesome. We have the plans. We've ordered the building. That'll probably be in October. Again, we ordered the building, I don't know how many months ago. It's just the delay and all this stuff. But so the building will be located as you come into the Y to the left. So that whole side of the Y will be basically childcare. This building will house infants to 5-year-olds, so pre-K kids. And one of the cool features about this building is an under roof outdoor play area that'll be very sensory oriented. So the kids will take off their shoes and walk across sand and, different sensory type things. And, we'll have like a music wall, but it won't be fancy music. It'll be like pots and pans and spoons and, very organic and just really cool. And it'll be under roof, so they can be outside pretty much year round. And then, of course, indoor play space and then classroom space. And it'll be right in front of the chickens and the teaching garden and next to the teaching kitchen. So all of that will be a part of the program as well. And of course, another huge benefit of doing this at the Y is that these kids will also get swim lessons and water safety lessons with their program.
That's
So
awesome.
just walking right across the driveway there and headed to the pool to, learn water safety. And yeah, so it'll be
so much to offer.
It'll be awesome. Of course, Bedford County is a childcare desert. So when we heard that, we knew that we needed to, being already the largest childcare provider with after school age children, it really is our responsibility to offer that. So
yeah, I was going to mention that. It's been a childcare desert, and you guys are meeting the need of the business community right now by offering all of this, what is to come, and what you're doing even right now with the preschool that's starting in March.
Yeah, the church next to us, Central Church of Christ, has offered us classroom space. So we are in there right now, taking care of approximately 14 kids right now, 3 and 4 year olds, because the need was so great. So, the church was gracious enough to let us use their space until we build our own. And we're meeting that need. So we're taking care of 14 kids right now.
You are, and that's huge for us. And what's to come is so exciting. And I know the parents are all getting excited to meet this need. And some of the parents will be able to go back to work, because of you and because of all that you're doing there. So this is wonderful. And, you are just doing so much. I don't know when you sleep, actually. But who is your mentor? Who inspires you every day?
Every day. Honestly, it's kind of a reverse thing for me. It's my kids, honestly. Just, trying to inspire them. They inspire me. It's like this back and forth inspiration for sure. I don't know. There's a lot of people that inspire me, and I have a great team at the Y. Like I said earlier, we've been together for 20 years. I mean, that's unheard of. And we just, we trust each other professionally, personally. I mean, it's a gift, honestly, to just have a team as strong as that is, and be able to go into work every day and trust that, you got a great team.
You've got a great team, and they're going to cover it all. And so, as we think about mentors, I know you as being such a great leader that you're mentoring, countless people, probably so many you don't even know, and what a difference that you're making into their life, and how that you're feeding them every single day and inspiring them is going to help them through life. And so you're creating that legacy, just as I know your grandmother and so many generations before you have. Yes. And so you gleaned from them, but yet you're sticking with it and making sure that your kids are becoming the leaders of the next generation, which is what we all need to do. And that's inspiring.
Yeah.
And so what do you do for fun?
Now that my kids are all grown up, it used to be sporting events. I loved going to their soccer games, or swim meets, or football games, or whatever, watch them play. But so now I'm in a lull until I get grandkids, as far as and I'm not pushing that. So kids, if you're listening, I'm not pushing
right.
I'm patient.
She's patiently waiting, but hurry it up.
But no, I enjoy just relaxing, honestly. I knit and crochet and do all those granny type things.
So you'll have lots to knit for later. Yeah. There'll be blankets and you never know, everything, hats and
that's my
gloves
to
and all
keep
kinds
my
of things.
Kids local, with me.
Yeah.
I'll make a great granny. So I bribe them that all the time.
Like they'll definitely be well dressed and they'll have everything covered.
Foods and
oh my gosh, yes. Well fed, well dressed, well taken care of.
Exactly.
You will be the best granny. And so tell us about what's coming up for you. Like what is going on with Mary Jo?
So I don't have a timeline necessarily, but I will eventually retire from the Y and, hand that baton over to.
Sure, because you've been there. How many years?
20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And move into the well more full time. Like I said earlier, we have lots of dreams and visions of what that will become. There's still so much space and so much to do there. So that's, what I plan to do. So retire from the Y, end up at the well. Who knows what that looks like, but I'm staying open-minded and just, seeing where basically God leads me. in
That's
that
right.
direction. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you're certainly making a difference every single day for Bedford and for our entire community. The daycare is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Continuing to be the fearless leader for the Chamber of Commerce. And so we'll be excited to see what the next chapter holds for you. We want to keep up to date, and we certainly will keep our listeners up to date on the summer series for the Y as well. So for inspirational leaders for you over the course of your lifetime, who do you think was most instrumental in your life and who really spoke to you for legacies?
Yeah. So I've had many, but the one that really sticks out is my grandmother. She was the first female neurosurgeon in America and probably in the world. Hard to determine that, but they say she could have been the first in the world. But even
and what
in
year
America,
was that, Mary Jo?
1928.
1928, first
So
woman neurosurgeon.
She took her own path. She went off the beaten path of what females did back then, and she was just loved science, loved the brain, and so she went to school and went to school again and went to school again until she became a neurosurgeon. Did amazing things in her lifetime. And, she worked with a neurosurgeon. Her mentor went off to the war, and then she took over his job. And then when he came back, she got pushed back to the back burner because, no offense, but that females,
right, that was the time.
That was a male
it was a male
dominated world. Yeah. But she didn't care. I mean, she kept on with it. So she was probably the only female neurosurgeon in America from the 1928 to like somewhere in the 1960s. So a crazy amount of time, but she just stuck with it and did amazing things. And, I just remember as a little girl walking with her through the hospital, and, she was huge. Now, she really wasn't huge, but I was a little girl, and it was more of just my pride, my little pride in knowing that this was just a strong female leader. Like, what the heck, she was awesome. And, walking through the hospital, hi, Dr. Nash, hi, Dr. Nash, hi, Dr. Nash. Like, it was just, everybody knew her. And then, after she died and at her memorial service, I mean, it just brought tears to your eyes. The number of parents that came out and said how she saved their children. And, also think back of 1928, 30, 40, like that was before computers. That was before,
technology,
anything like that. Right. So you imagine her going into a brain, like it really was a handsaw. Like, think about
right.
That,
it was so different.
It was so different. Yeah. It just, they didn't have all the things they have now, and the computers and the ability to look in the brain without having to actually go into the brain. And that's not
talk about fearless leader. She was.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So just an inspiration for sure. Just be, making her own path in life because that's what she felt like she needed to do. And she loved it, and she was great at it.
That's right. She was making her own path just as you have.
Awesome.
How inspirational is that? And
sure.
So I want people to keep in mind, for leaders and developing leaders, the Bedford area YMCA is where you want to go. We just had our class go out there for team building skills with Dwayne, who did a phenomenal job, as he always does. There's so much to offer. So if you're a business out there and you're saying, I really would like to invest some time and money into my employees and help them with some team building skills, get them to the next level, you want to call the YMCA and book that leadership training with them. It will really help any team that you have to build and have a better unity there. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
And tell Dwayne, thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll look forward to the next class that we have. And certainly we'll keep up with you. But thank you so much for coming on as a guest for us.
Thank you. It's been awesome. I appreciate it.
And we'll see you at the next event.
That sounds great.
Thanks again.